A lot of people think that SMC or ICT trader should trade totally without any indicator, and I would say that's partially correct. However, there are some indicators that are misused and they can level you up. In this video, I'll go over my best 5 indicators that I use all the time when trading. This is Mulham Trading and let's get into it. Now starting with the first indicator, but we're gonna go from the most important indicator to the least important. That doesn't mean that the least important indicator is not, it's not that important, but it's not really compared to the first one. The first indicator is basically we go to the indicator, we type FXN and we find this one, FXN Asian Session Range by Bob Minty. This indicator right here, you click on it, you have it here. It basically highlights a session for you. You can have up to 3 sessions and it's one of the most aesthetic one. It also marks the high and the low of the session. It can give you the ATR of the session, the number of pips, how wide the session is, or the range of the session is. It has a lot of features. Mainly, I use it to mark the Asian range. Okay, so this is the Asian range from 20 until midnight. Usually, I use it to mark the Asian session. However, this is the lending kill zone, and this is where I trade. So if you're someone who always backtest, you don't want to go and backtest, throughout the whole day. No, you gotta focus on your session. So if you have one session that you always trade in and you want to backtest based on the session, you gotta have this indicator. You mark your session, you go to the settings, okay, and you disable all of those, leave one session, and then adjust the timing to to the session where you when you trade. That's one thing. The other thing, if you want to have the same settings as mine, where we have an Asian range and then the London kill zone and the New York kill zone, those are the settings. So starting with the first of all, the Asian session, those are the settings. We go lower for the London session, those are the settings, and then we go to the New York session. Extra settings here, you can just basically copy them, and that's all. Now this is for the first indicator, it's a must use. Now for the second indicator, we go to the indicators, we type fractal, and this one by Igor T. Okay, this is the fractal indicator that I use. This is a very important indicator. It just makes everything easier for you. Every fractal high and low is gonna mark. So if we enable the indicator right here, what do you see now? You see that it only highlights the fractal highs. And by the way, the settings for this indicator are, it's only 2. So a period of 2, that's all. That's all you need for this indicator. It basically help you mark the valid highs and lows, the fractal highs and lows. That means instead of looking for something like this low, it just makes it easier for your eye to spot those highs and lows. For example, if we take a look at this high, it's a fractal high. When taken, it's a high in liquidity. It's also the Asian high. The same thing also happened here. We have this fractal high. When taken, price respects that fractal high. The same thing here. Price takes the fractal high and then goes lower. So fractal highs and fractal lows are most likely higher in liquidity. This indicator is going to make it easier for our eye to spot those. Instead of just going no indicator, it's going to be like this. And sometimes you would consider some highs and lows that are not really high in liquidity. So enabling the indicator and using this indicator is going to help your eye to spot those highs and lows very fast. If you're looking to secure up to $4 million in trading capital, look no further. Bespoke is one of the best firms in the industry now. Trade at your own pace with no time limit, very low spreads and slippage, request a payout in 14 days and get it in less than 24 hours, balance-based daily drawdown, and much more other features. For a special 10% discount on all accounts, use code MULHAM at checkout and find all links in the description. Let's continue. And now the third indicator, and that's most likely I use it every day. It's a must use when entering any trade. So now when we enter a trade, what do we do before doing anything? We go to a lot size calculator and we calculate our lot size. And sometimes it takes time. Some people are, they want to keep an eye at the chart while doing this. You can actually do it. So you go to the indicator, you type lot size, and then you pick this one, all the way right here. Forex lot size calculator by Kryptonite. Okay, Kryptonite. You click on it. When you click, you would have something like this, and it tells you right here, set the entry price. So let's say, for example, you wanted to enter somewhere in here. Okay, you're gonna click here, and then it tells you set the stop price. So basically, pick where you want your stop loss to be. So let's say about this high, you click here, and then it's gonna tell you everything. It's gonna tell you the lot size that you want to enter. Now, if you click twice on this and have it, adjusted for the first time, just have your account size. So let's say you're trading $1,000 account, and then you're risking 1%. That's all. Click OK, and it's going to give you the lot size. It's going to give you the stop loss, entry, the risk, and then it also tells you that, okay, if you're entering here, this is 1R, this is 2R, and this is 3R. You can also adjust this right here. You can write 4 or 5. It depends on, if you want to see 5R, then it's going to give you now this is 5R. So at this level, you're getting 5R. Now the fourth indicator, and it's really amazing. We're going to go to the indicator and we're going to type ICT HTF, which is higher time frame candles by Fatty. Click on it. What do we see here? Basically, instead of you switching between time frames, so let's say you use 3 time frames to enter a trade, or you want to check the higher time frame while being in your entry time frame. So instead of switching between time frames all the time, this is the solution right here. Basically, it shows you everything right here. It shows you the 1 hour. How does it look on the 1 hour? So basically, it tells you that, okay, at this low, this was the low of the 1 hour, and the price went up, and we had a fair value gap, and the price kept going up. It shows you the 4 hour, the daily, the weekly. Now you can come here and adjust everything you want. So let's say, now because we are in the 15 minutes, we did not see the 15 minutes because it's unnecessary. Also the 5 minutes, it's a lower time frame. We are only dealing with higher time frames here. Now we can go to the weekly, disable the weekly if you don't need it. Go to the daily, and I only need 3 daily candles. You go to the 4 hour, let it be 4, and the 1 hour candle, I need 10, and here is 10. You can change the colors, you can change everything, and then see if you need a fair value gap. It's going to show you the fair value gaps right here. Volume imbalances, the same thing. And then if we go here, now what do we see? Literally the same thing. It shows you the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the daily. Now, if you want to have more, for example, 1 hour candles, then we're going to go here and do like 15. And you see it's going to update now. Now we have 15 candles on the 1 hour. So instead of switching to the 1 hour, and then it's going to be a miss for you, now you can see everything. You can see multiple time frames at the same time, and they are literally in the same range. So you see this high right here. This was a high of a 1 hour candle, and then price started to go lower. And we know that at this level, from here to here, even right here, you see to the left, from here to here, we have a 1 hour fair value gap. Price went lower, we had a fair value gap here, and price broke above it. So now we have an inverse fair value gap. And you can do your higher time frame analysis now immediately without switching between time frames. This is a very nice indicator, very effective. Now for the last indicator, it's actually, 2 indicators, but they are so related to each other. So I said, okay, I'll put them as one indicator. We go to the indicator right here, and we type ICT midnight. So just midnight, and then you're gonna see this ICT New York midnight open and 8:30 open by Alpha ICT Trader. Okay, you're gonna click on this, and then go again to the indicators, and then go type previous, and you're gonna see this previous day high and low by Josh Trade. This is the one that I use. So click on this, and then now if I come here, we are on the 15 minutes, right? It takes a lot of time to go and mark the previous day high, previous day low. However, this indicator does it for you in a second. So if I come here, this is the indicator that we use. Those are the settings. So I think those are the default settings. Okay, those are the settings. We come here, we enable, it gives us the previous day high and low. So let's say we're starting from here. We have a new previous day high and low. So this is the previous day high. This is the previous day low. At this time, it updates and we have a previous day high and low. Now at this point, you can see that we have this high, this low. It helps a lot, when price taking this liquidity, because sometimes you don't see it because you're having, a different time frame, and sometimes you forget about it. So using this indicator helps you when price takes the liquidity right here. Maybe you look for a long, and the same thing here. Now, another indicator that helps the same way is the midnight and 8:30 open. If I enable this, what does it give you? It marks the 8:30 and it does mark the midnight open. And if you don't know the importance of those level, then make sure to watch my midnight open video. It's very important, and it takes some time to mark those. However, this indicator does it for you immediately. So take advantage of those indicators, use them to improve yourself. That's it for today's video. It was a quick video, just showing what indicators I use. If you guys like this type of content, then make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with your friends. This is Mulham, and I'll see you in the next video.